Anyways, Peyton, thank you. The fabled Dread Knight Jund you heard about on YouTube, yes. It honestly did really hot last week. And I'm pretty sure he's running it back tonight. Thoughtseize, starting strong off the gate. Alright, so we have Ren and 6, Ragavan, 2 Unholy Heats, a Thoughtseize himself, and a Bobble. Is a great combination of cards there for him. Yeah, Frider. Dread Knight is hot. I'm like 80% sure he's on it again tonight. He's been playtesting with it all week. Alright, so I see a Shieldred's Edict, a Tarmogoyf, and a Ren and 6 from Jeff there. So now we know what both players are working with. Also, A Simile, welcome into the chat. Welcome in. Glad to see a returning smiling face there. What are your thoughts on the background here? A little different, not having so much downtime in between. I had to mess with the audio a little bit. How are we sounding? We still sounding good? Sounding good. Sweet. Alright, so let us bring up Mosswood Dread Knight for those of us who do not know. So Mosswood Dread Knight and Dread Whispers. They're both 2 mana cost. The creature itself is green and the sorcery part of it is black. Let me turn this down a bit. There we go. Alright, so the sorcery part states that you draw a card, you lose a life. Plain and simple. Draw a card, lose a life. Good card advantage. The creature part is a 3/2 trampler, and whenever he dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. Right? So that allows you to, if he dies on your turn when you swing with him, you have until the end of your next turn to recast it. So that's hot. Alright, so Ragavan looks like it has hit a Swamp and a Ren and 6. No, it is not. Oh, what is... Oh, no. That is not off of Ragavan. I am sorry. That is off of the Druid. I forget his name. So maybe he's not on Dread Knight tonight. Frider, help me out here. What's the name of that Druid? The red-green one. I'm looking it up. Yeah, Questing Druid. Nice. So, yeah, that's exactly what was played here. So Jeff exiled the top 2 cards of his library, and until his next end step, he was able to play those cards. That was that Ren and 6 and that Swamp. And Questing Druid is a green and 1 for a 1/1 human, I believe. Whenever you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, or red, you put a 1/1 counter on him. So he can get big, especially because you're playing black and red spells. So, can get big. Tarmogoyf. Wish I had a Goyf count here on how big it is. Jeff does have a Terminate that could take care of the Tarmogoyf no problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and change that a little bit, right? We're going to change that from Dreadnought Jund to Questing Jund. Orcish Bowmaster on the Saga side of things. Going to get pinged by a Wrenn and 6. Everyone in chat land doing alright tonight? Everyone doing good? I know Frieders had some Taco Bell mishaps tonight. Some bean piles. Up the beanstalk, man. Such a great card. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you cast a spell with mana cost value or greater, draw a card. Oh, we do still have some Mosswood Dreadnought in here. I don't know that I can fit all that. Questknight Jund? Sure. Good suggestion there. Good suggestion there, Frieder. Life totals are still looking pretty healthy here. So he can cast that as an adventure until his next turn. So he can draw another card here. Looks like Crumb is playing off the top of his library, minus that Unholy Heat chilling over there. Gigantha to hand and pass. So both people are playing Gigantha. We go ahead and get Gigantha to hand and probably go ahead. No? He didn't. Oh, because the spell bomb went off, he wasn't able to Mosswood Dreadnought. Alright, Crumb's going to have a double Saga thing going on. A lot of new cards coming out of these newer sets for Jund. So Jeff's Gigantha is going to hit first. Let's see here. If I am Crumb, what am I looking for here? Not gonna lie though, I enjoy seeing some standard cards being. Yeah, I know Orcish Bowmaster and the Ring are both modern cards, but seeing standard legal cards like Mosswood Dreadnought and Questing Druid in modern does seem kind of healthy. What was the last standard legal card that made somewhat of an impact on modern? Because here for a while, modern has felt kind of like Modern Horizons dominated, right? Omnath, yeah. That might be the one. Frider, I really need you here to help me commentate. You know, extra chair here. Huh? See what I'm saying? Extra chair, extra seat. Look at that beautiful Karnstruck. We've talked about them on this channel. Crumb uses them a lot. Or if you just want to take over this one night, I'll hop out there and play. Got a lot of good things going on here. Don't want to backtrack it. Official Magic Artist Rope Arrow. Yeah, he is a... I'm going to say that one went to Jun Saga. I feel bad for missing that one. Sorry for those of you at home who are watching this later. I wasn't on top of things as I was with that first round. But yeah, Official Magic Artist Rope Arrow. While they're sideboarding, let me try to pull that up for you. Official Magic Artist Rope Arrow. Boop. Hey chat world. Yeah, so those tokens that Crumb are using, they come right here from the boardroom. We can look here and we can see there is a Karnstruct, which is the one that Crumb is using tonight. 0/0 artifact creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Boom. +1/+1 for each artifact you control. And then down here we have the Mothman. Is that an angel? No, it's Mothman. Flying 4/4 angel. Really beautiful. One of the best well-known West Virginia cryptids. A lot of art going on here. Very beautiful. Then finally we got your classic 3/3 beast, Grafton Monster. It came from Grafton. You can see there, Rope Arrow. He is a local commander player here. He does play here on Tuesdays. So that's really cool. He's got his own little secret lair. Well, these are the tokens that he made here. And he has his own secret lair as well. I think it's called Hold Your Hand. Or Ready Your Hand. Draw Your Hand. That's what it is. Draw Your Hand. So here he had Deafening Silence, Eldrazi Conscriptions, Counterbalance, and Bruna. Those are the ones he had here. But yeah, you see the same art styling here. So really cool that local commander player has his own secret lair. Really cool. Yeah, so looks like players are shuffling up. So let's get back into it. A big benefit that regular Jund has over Jund Saga is he is able to play Blood Moon. And Blood Moon is a card that just, it really hinders Jund Saga. So Blood Moon's going to be a big card here to see. Jeff's a hell of a Magic player. Alright, we're both keeping. Wooded Foothills and pass from Jeff. And is he going to go ahead and pop off this Might? No, he's going to bobble first. If he bobbles Jeff, Jeff can just fetch it away. That way he doesn't know what he's drawing. But I think Crumb's being smart here, not bobbling until after the fetch. Haywire Might. One mana for a 1/1 creature, artifact creature, and when he dies, you gain 2 life. You can pay a green, sacrifice Haywire Might, exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. So that does take care of the Blood Moon. And he's going to bobble after he fetches. And it is a Blood Moon on top. There's a Wrenn 6. I can't tell what that is underneath the mountain, just because of the bad glare we got going on now. Crumb, knowing he has that Blood Moon coming, goes ahead and swings in, or fetches for a forest. Swings in, gets a treasure with the Ragavan, getting rid of one of Jeff's fetch lands. If I'm Jeff, do I pressure the Blood Moon even though he has forest treasure? I don't know if I pressure the Blood Moon or... I don't think we're pressuring Blood Moon because he fetched shocked. Unlicensed hearse. Going to start hitting the graveyard to nerf any Wrenn 6 and nerf any Unholy Heats or Termagoyfs. Probably hit artifact creature artifact whenever he does it. So the Bobble and the Haywire Might. Probably what I'm hitting if I'm Jeff. Crumb's probably going to go ahead and shore up his mana and get a swamp here. Yeah, Crumb's shoring up his mana and getting a swamp. So that Blood Moon's kind of irrelevant at the moment. probably hitting... Yeah. So, Unlicensed Hearse took care of the Ragavan and the Haywire Mite, getting getting Creature out of the graveyard, making Goyf a 3/4. If Jeff has a Bolt in hand, I think he can shrink the Goyf to Bolt range by hitting the artifact, and then we just have instant land. I did see a Mistress Research Desk in Crumb's hand. Mistress Research Desk, great in a Saga deck. 1 mana artifact, pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice it, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you can play that card. And it has Unearth. Termagoyf swinging in for 3 at the Wrenn and 6. And it's going to meet a Terminate. Yeah, Research Desk is really good. Plus the Unearth, being able to redo it for a red and 1. Really nice. Hitting Creature and Artifact again. That leaves instant and land in the types. Alright, so Jeff could go ahead and fetch Forest here and play Blood Moon now that Saga's out. Yeah. Yeah, without Unearth, it's still solid. I do agree with that. Unearth just makes it so much better. Oh no, he got the Proving Ground. So is he going to get Gigantha to hand here? Or what's Jeff got planned? What do we think Jeff's got planned here? He's cracking the desk. Finds an Unholy Heat. Alright, so he exiles the desk and a land, I believe, is what I saw. That hurts is big. Crumb is just working off a Saga right now. He's got a Bolt, a Push. Bolts the Wrenn and 6, keeps it in check. So if Jeff does crew that up, it can just die to Fatal Push because it turns into an artifact creature. Dashes the monkey. not Heartcast. If I'm Crumb, Fatal Push. I thought Crumb had an Unholy Heat in hand, though. I probably would have used that on the monkey and held the push up for an Unlicensed Hearse whenever it goes to get busy. But I could be wrong on the amount of removal that Crumb had in his hand. Construct's a 1/1, about to be a 2/2. There's a Terminate. Creates a construct in response to the Saga trigger. Jeff's going to flash in a Bowmaster in response, killing one construct. No, Shielder's Edict, sorry. Making him sacrifice a token. Making him sacrifice a token with Shielder's Edict. Man, I am all over the place right now. I am sorry, y'all. Get the Soul Guide Lantern. When Soul Guide Lantern enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Tap Soul Guide Lantern, exile each opponent's graveyard, and you sacrifice it. Or you can pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice it, draw a card. Hitsugu's consuming Hitsugu consumes all. Destroys all non-land permanents, mana cost 1 or less. Then his second chapter, it exiles all graveyards. In the third chapter, it comes back as a 3/3 Trampler that whenever it deals damage, you put a counter on it. And then if it's dealt 10 or more damage in one turn, you win the game. Or your opponent loses the game. It's one of the two. It's going to meet a Beseiju. He can go get a basic subtype off that Beseiju, which he is. EE. EE for 2. That does take care of Ren 6 and Unlicensed Hearse. Questing Druid goes on an adventure, revealing an Ob Nixilis and a land. Alright, Lantern Beseiju met the Unlicensed Hearse. Smart targets, Lantern shrinks Goyfs and turns off Delirium, and the Beseiju target stops a Ren and 6 Beseiju loop. Plays a Questing Druid. Here comes the Ob Nixilis, probably. Blood Moon to take care of the Urza Saga. Then plays an Obnixilis. Which Obnixilis is that? I forgot about this last time. Is it Captive Kingpin? No. The Adversary? Yes. So, comes in at... Alright, we're going to game 3 here. Jeff's board presence was just too much there for Jund Saga, especially off the top deck. Getting into Obnixilis, though, the Adversary. Black and red for 1. Comes in with 3 loyalty and has a casualty cost. He can copy it whenever he sacrifices a creature. And the copy has starting loyalty X, which is the amount of creatures he sacks, right? So he sacked that questing druid to it. He can tick up. Each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. And if he controls a demon, he gains 2 life. You can neg Obnixilis 2, create a 1/1 red devil token with, when it dies, it deals a damage to any target. And his ult, target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. So in theory, you could ult him to make your opponent lose the game if their life total is low enough. Mob Nixilis. That's funny. It messes with me having all these different arts. Like, let's see how many different arts that one Obnixilis has. Let's flip over here real quick, just so you can see. So Obnixilis has too many arts in my opinion. 1, 2, these 2 arts are the same. So he has 3 different arts, right? Yeah, 3 different arts. And within this one art had 3 different printings. Too many arts. It makes it a little hard, especially when my camera can't, pick up the names of cards. I have to know the arts. Makes it a little rough. But back into this game, into game 3 here. Ren and 6. Ren 6 does have a fetch loop going on right now. It could turn into a Saga loop. Could also turn into a Boseiju loop. Ren and 6 is just an all-star in the format. Let's be real. If it's bannable in Legacy, you know it's a bit good. Yeah. Maybe just a little good. Spell Bomb. So, I'm trying to think here. Like, both opponents want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be too aggressive because each these decks both play extremely similar, right? Jun Saga just has the benefit of having all these really strong 1 mana artifacts, as where Jeff, not playing Saga, he has the benefit of having extra removal spots or, more threatening creatures, right? That Ren and 6 is all the way up to 6, though, already. An ulted Ren and 6 could be a game changer. The mode that no Ren 6 player thinks of. Yeah, the ult. Yeah. Crumb has taken a early lead here. Alright, will we see an ulted Ren and 6 here? That's the question. Alright, so Jeff uses his Ren and 6 to keep the other Ren and 6 in check. Mosswood Dreadknight, hardcast into a Obnixilis Casualty. Both players at healthy life totals. How do you speed up Modern, y'all? Once I see chat's response, I'll tell you my personal opinion. But then it makes Modern not as good. Engineer Explosives. That'll take care of both tokens. Or it'll take care of an Obnixilis. He's going to go ahead and pop it. Taking care of Ob. Speed up Modern by banning everything but Burn. I forget who said this. There was a content creator a long time ago. He made the statement, if you want to speed up Modern, you ban Scalding Tarn and his non-buddies. People won't spend so much time in their decks fetching. I forget who that content creator was, but if you want to speed it up, ban Scalding Tarn and his non-buddies. Because if I sat down and tried to calculate how much time was spent on these videos just fetching, it'd probably be close to 20 minutes in 4 games. Or 4 rounds, I should say. Unlicensed hearse. You know, I do think in these versions, I do think that regular Jund is able to go is able to take the long game over Jund Saga. Yeah, Fetch Shuffle makes games go forever. Not that the card itself is like too overpowered or anything. It just, to resolve the effect takes forever. Unban Top. Why would we unban Divining Top? WotC aren't cowards for that one. They know what's healthy, and Top is not healthy. Terminate Termagoyf. Boop. If I'm Jeff, I might go ahead and start popping cards out of graveyards. Try to shrink that Goyf. And I might even target my own graveyard to try to make it even, you know. Alright, so that's creature and land. Jeff has Planeswalker land instant creature. I don't know if either of them have sorcery or enchantment. And Crumb might have artifact. But I believe our Goyfs are 4s right now. Mosswood Dreadknight. The card of the night last week. Besage's the unlicensed hearse. Go ahead and try and nerf the graveyard a little bit more. Hit a terminate in a land, maybe? Shieldred's Edict. Makes him sack a Planeswalker. Here comes the Gigantha. Leaving a forest open. No, leaving nothing open. Mosswood Dreadknight. Drawing cards, losing life. Can we see Dreadknight pull it off here? Both players have the basics they need. Both players have a decent grip. I think Crumb has 3 or 4 cards. Jeff has almost a opening hand. Might have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeff has 7. Or 6, sorry. Cast a Dreadknight. Or, Dreadknight. Goes digging some more. There we go. Double Dreadknight. That does kill a Tarmogoyf. For those of you at home, double Dreadknight seems pretty good. Edict. He gets rid of the Goyf over the Gigantha. That's interesting. Turns out drawing cards is really good in Modern, y'all. And when you don't play blue, I just heard him say that is time in the round. Jeff's at 4. It's going to be a rough one. Can you take him down from 13? Turn 2. Crumb might be able to pull this off. Tarmogoyf and passes. Fatal push for the Goyf. And that's going to take us to 3. Orcish Bowmaster pings the Haywire Mite. I don't think Jeff can afford to get aggressive here. He is dead to Wrenn and 6 Bowmaster. So Jeff just needs to get all the power out he can. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's looking at 12. He's really close. If he can survive a turn and not lose his board, he might be able to pull this off on his 5th turn. He's bad. That's probably one of the best draws Chrome could have had here. Two down to 1. Flips a terminate. Turn 5. And that is a draw, y'all. So round 2 ended in a 1-1 draw between Jund Saga and Questknight Jund. as Frieder popularly coined. Alright, y'all. So we will be right back